Well, hello there and welcome, folks, to another episode of 162 Times. I'm your host, Daniel Turner. It's great to be with you here to bring you the daily baseball recap and preview show that I do every day. We've got a Mariners game to recap. There's a day off today for the Seattle Mariners, but we will talk about the Wednesday night scores from around the major leagues. And then we'll give you a brief preview of the upcoming weekend series that will take place on the road, unfortunately, for Seattle. As of Friday. So let's get to it. Last night, Mariners were looking for the series victory in Seattle against the Tampa Bay Rays. They'd won the first one, dropped the second one, and Seattle won the third one. They won the game. 6-2 was your final. Seattle moves to 68 and 66, second in the West. Tampa drops to 66 and 67, fourth in the AL East. 6 hits for the Rays, 1 error, and 2 runs. Mariners had 9 hits for 6 runs. Superb. Luis "The Rock" Castillo got his 11th win of the year, now 11-12 with a 3.65 ERA. Tyler Alexander took the loss, 5-4, 5.48 ERA on the season for him. However, he was not the starter. It was Rasmussen for Tampa. They used an opener, I think. 2 innings only for Rasmussen, 2 hits, 1 run. No earned runs, no walks, 2 Ks. Then they had Kelly for an inning and 2/3, 2 hits, 1 K. And then Alexander 4 1/3, 5 hits, 5 runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks, and 3 homers given up. 7 strikeouts for the Mariners on the evening, which is very low compared to the 17 they had the night before. So way to go, boys. Way to get that tightened up. After Castillo's 5 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks, and a homer, it was Austin Voth, 1 1/3 with 3 Ks. Then Snyder, 1 inning with a K, and Andres Munoz, an inning and 2 strikeouts. So 10 strikeouts for Mariner pitching on the night. Mariners were efficient, 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position. They left only 2 on base. All right, to get to your scoring. Started top of 2, Josh Lowe homered, 9th of the year, solo shot, 1-0 Tampa at that point. Bottom of 2, though, Luke Raley gets it back with a sac fly to score Randy Arozarena. 1-1 at that point. Then bottom of 5, Victor Robles. Where would this team be without Robles? Homered, 4th of the year, a 2-run shot scoring Demo. That was in the bottom of the 5th. 3-1 Seattle at that point. Then Julio, 12th of the year. Good to see him getting a few more homers. He should have at least double that by now, but whatever. We'll take it. It was a 2-run shot, scoring the newly called back up JP Crawford, who had walked to be on base. 2-run shot, 5-1 Mariners. By the way, it was Dom Canzone who got sent down to Tacoma. Top of 6, Dylan Carlson for the Rays singles in Brandon Lau to make it a 5-2 game. But then bottom of 8, Randy Arozarena. Don't let him get hot, folks. That's a second straight game, I think, with a homer for him. His 18th of the year. 6-2 your final. All smiles in Seattle, going away. So, speaking of going away, the Astros, unfortunately, will not go away. They won 10-0 over Philadelphia last night, but they won 1 out of 3 in their series, and Seattle won 2 out of 3. So we made up a game, so we're 3.5 back of the Astros heading into Thursday night. Elsewhere, Guardians over the Royals 7-5, Cubs over the Pirates 14-10. Rangers over the White Sox 3-1. Tigers over the Angels 3-2. Athletics over the Reds 9-6. Nats over the Yankees 5-2. Red Sox over the Jays 3-0. Braves over the Twins 5-1. Cards over the Padres 4-3. Rangers over the White Sox again 4-3. Brewers over the Giants 5-3. Rockies over the Marlins 8-2. D-backs over the Mets 8-5. And the Dodgers over the Orioles 6-4. So Detroit actually has the same record now as the Mariners and are therefore the same 5.5-ish games back in the wild card in the American League, which is kind of shocking, but good for Detroit. So as I said, the eyes are on the divisional prize right now for the Mariners. In their off day, the Mariners' off day, Kansas City has gone to Houston to play the Astros. So good series from a Seattle perspective because Kansas City is a tough team. Now, speaking of tough teams, the Mariners have to go play the Angels. The Angels are not a tough team, but boy, do they play the Mariners tough. So, Game 1 will be on Friday night, 9:38 p.m. Eastern from Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California. It'll be on Apple TV, so that'll be an interesting viewing experience. Sometimes a good, sometimes a bad, mostly bad. It'll be George Kirby, 9-10, 3.48 ERA, 151 strikeouts on the year. He'll be going up against Samuel Aldeguerri, who is 22 years old, and he only has minor league statistics. So I think he'll be making his first start. So look for him to go like 7 innings and strike out 12 if the Mariners have any luck at all. I don't want to look at the Angels lineup. They've got Luis Rengifo. They've got a heap of other guys who always burn us. Game 2 will be Brian Wu, who's 6-2 with a 2.05 ERA. He'll be going up against the Angels' best pitcher, lefty Tyler Anderson. Second straight game, they'll see an Anderson, whose first name starts with a T. He's 10-12 with a 3.41 ERA. He has a disgusting delivery. It's left-handed, and it's slow, and I hate it. Sunday's day game to close out the series will be at 4:07 Eastern. That'll be Bryce Big Tex Miller, 10-7, 3.23 ERA, going up against a right-hander whose last name is Dana, and his first name is Caden, and he has long flowing locks, and he looks exactly like a Caden Dana would. He's 20 years old, and also only has minor league numbers. So, like I said, Seattle could easily get swept here. It's on the road. It's against freaking Anaheim, who they always lose to. And Anaheim's rolling out a bunch of guys who've never played in the majors before. So, very interesting. After that, just to give you guys an even longer preview, the Mariners then head to Oakland for 4 against another team that has no hope of making the playoffs. So 7 games against Anaheim and Oakland on the road. This is make or break time. They could win all 7. On paper, they should win all 7. They might just have to. I'll leave you with that. Have a good evening.